the work I started 50 years ago.
50 years ago, wow.
Causes and causes and causes. And I think after you know, I don't know how many of the young generation can appreciate such a thing. But those years, you know, Hasidic Jews had no power, had no anything. I was a young boy, I just came out of the yeshivas, and it was Hamishi was in big trouble, but there was somebody, a Congressman Naaddler, Assemblyman, you said.
Assemblyman, yeah.
He is going to help us. I said, one Assemblyman is going to help you against the whole thing? I said, yes. And that's how it was.
And since then, the congressman authored a very important piece of legislation, Lupa, which helps yeshivas, shuls.
And it basically says that with respect to land use decisions, can you have a shtibel there? Can you have an eruv or whatever? And with respect to institutionalized persons, prisoners, mental people in mental institutions, you cannot deny their religious needs unless there's a compelling state interest, which is the highest. And it's pretty, I passed that bill in 2000, and it's been used incessantly every time a shtibel or yeshiva is challenged in Muncie, you know, in Rockland County or someplace. Every time a prison doesn't want to supply kosher food or whatever, they win. They win because of our lupa.
Real justice is a different story. You have to thank God. Lately, you hear that there's
conversations changing.
The congressman, they're changing. Not that the Atlantic people are just out, but they understand this is not the only punishment you can give someone. Community service, house arrest. But you take a house and you break it into pieces.
And we jail a much higher percentage of our population than any other country. And I think people are beginning to realize that we have to stop it.
Justice has to be tempered with a level of mercy or with a level of reality, and see what the consequences of a certain justice could be.
And the congressman was very helpful in the First Step Act, and he made it more effective for more people.
Tell me.
And now we're working on the amendment for the elderly. The congressman was very helpful and the staff.
And we'll do more in that respect, I hope.
In the Torah, it talks about justice. It says doubly. Tzedek, tzedek, you know, and there was the question, what does it mean, double? What's the double? Because it's very easy to fool yourself when you say something is justice. It's wise, what you think is justice, tzedek. Think over, is this really the justice? And then you can go after it. You should continue the work you're doing. Because, in a way, I can say there's no one else we can turn to.
Rabbi, what the inspiration to Tzedek was, Rabbi Margaretin used to visit Otisville.
I went before Pesach to visit some inmates. I was in the waiting room. I was waiting one of the inmates should come in. The other family was in front of me. So it was a father with a few kids, and the mother was there. She took out from a shopping bag Haggadahs, what they made in school with arts and crafts. And the kids will start saying Manishtano. They will do the Seder in the prison. The mother wasn't able to take it anymore. She started to cry. In the whole visiting room, everybody got quiet. I was sitting in front of her. And I felt terrible for her.
Of course.
So when I walked out of the prison, we had several discussions, and the rest was history. We got some Republicans, the first one, Senator Cornyn. My plea, everybody knows he was a key player in the first
the White House.
Yeah.
Margaret started an organization called Tzedek Association.
The first meeting, just 1 minute, was in this room.
That's right.
For 10 years ago, I came to the Rebbe. I told him I have this idea. and the Rebbe gave me the blessing and the support. And
after all, no matter what we complain, there's no other United States of America that can compare to this.
Thank God for that.
Now we have God's help, Congressman
Naaddler, and
yes.
with this amendment,
It's a long way. I see Mr. Berkowitz is here. Just continue doing what you're doing, and we'll be all blessed.
Amen.
Thank you.
This individual on my left, Rabbi Margaretin, literally single-handedly is responsible for the passage of the First Step Act. That act impacts so many Americans from diverse backgrounds. And I spoke to him and I said, "You're not doing this professionally. What motivated you?" And he told me the story about the Haggadah, the Seder.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the things you did and what you're going to do.
Give me a second.